6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Robinson, they call me Jay.
This is Michael Jeffrey, they call me Mike Jeff.
This is Logan Barnes, and they call me Pounds.
This is Vince Smith, and they call me Vinny.
And this is The Last Dab.
The Last Dab Podcast. That is where we are at. The Last Dab Podcast, number 80. Wow, that's a milestone.
Number 8.
Wow.
Wow.
So in the studio today, we got the regular crew. J Rock, he's drinking that body armor. Me and Vince, we're having a nice Sunlight Cream Ale. You can find that here in Indiana, actually. It is locally brewed. Cheers, brother. And in the far left corner, coming in with a IPA and a solo cup.
Oh.
IPA and a solo. What's going on?
It is Dill Rock, the Dilly Squad, Dilemaz himself.
How's it going, y'all?
What is going on, brother? Oh,
Hell
yeah.
The new
shoe.
shoe? Hell yeah.
You ever drink Bailey's out of a shoe?
Not in the Pandas.
Yeah, not in the new Pandas.
How
Talk
you
about
doing?
that. Talk about the Pandas. How'd you got some new shoes? Take one off. Show this. Yeah. Panda.
I got bored on Facebook today, and I was looking around, at some trades, and I was like, I got these AirPods that I don't use.
Yeah, it's some AirPods.
Because I'm
New.
not 18, and I got myself some Pandas.
Who would rather get shoes than some regular AirPods?
Especially.
Homie traded them. He was asking for like 150 or 40 on Marketplace, and I was like, hey, I have some AirPods if you want to trade.
Fair
and he
trade.
was like, for real? I was like, yeah, for real. I was like, what size? He's like, they're 10. So I was like,
perfect.
That will fit. So he met me in like Claremont down the road, and
Boom, boom.
I got them Pandas on my feet.
He's wearing them Pandas today, baby.
I'll trade you my debit card for
Hell yeah, dude.
I will not tell you how much is on it.
Direct deposit set up or no?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Maybe.
If there's
Depends
stuff
if
going in, it might stop soon though. I'm not gonna.
Well, I haven't been on in quite some time. I think the last time I was here, it was hot as fuck in here.
Yeah.
So we're getting into the old winter phase.
It's
about the
it's
time
late
we
October.
started, right? Was this about the time we started?
Yeah, in like November probably.
Because
I think
it was cold. It was cold. We were shivering.
Yep. I remember
We were
them
shivering.
first days, like you guys just setting shit up and having the little heater and
Hey, the heater that I would always break or bring. Sorry. Fucking, it's broke.
Oh, it gave out.
It gave out,
he
man.
told on him.
I
That's
told on
a new one.
myself. Not too long ago, there was like a day where it was cold as shit, and I was like, let me bring out that heater.
Just started beating the shit out of it with like a
Damn.
hammer.
Yeah.
It wasn't fucking working.
And it just stopped work. The light was on, but nothing was coming out. I was like, might as well put her in the trash. She was done for. Buy a new one, that way I can bring it, and we'll be able to have one.
Still
But
got like a little bit of time to
I say about a month until we're sitting here like,
whip 2 socks on. And,
yeah.
I'm already like.
I'm kind of
that,
excited about the 2 socks. Like,
Yeah.
you don't
I
always
wish I
get
did
to
it.
do that.
I wish I did it today.
You don't
Well,
always
remember
get to
back
put
in like middle school?
2 pairs on, unless you're fucking weird.
Yeah. Remember in middle school where you had to have the high socks for a little bit? Or the Nike Elite socks, remember those?
If your ankle was showing, I think you
You'd
were
get beat up.
Fucking loser.
You get beat up.
But then next grade, they were like, bro, if we don't see your ankle,
Yeah.
we have problems.
Right, almost like immediately after, then it's flip flop.
Flip flop.
But
And
you know
then-
what? Like, I don't know. Maybe it was me being a trendsetter because
I've always
you
wanted
set
a long
them
song.
trends,
no,
bro.
I don't think it was. But
Oh,
honestly, I was
okay.
gonna say like because since I have the sock up, then I'd have a tan line like in the summertime or whatever. I'm like, dude, I'm tired of having like
This
a
weird
white
looking
shin to foot
ratio.
yeah, and then like
What are you?
Half my shin up is
You should just switch it up. You just wear the opposite for like
Just
the seasons.
tan?
Yeah. Just be tan all winter long.
Like, who are you?
You just got tan ankles. Like the whole rest of your body's just fucking pale. You just
That
got
would
tan
be
ankles.
odd. You cut circles in your fucking socks so your
Hey.
ankles do show.
So you know that's
Hey, I'm gonna go tan my ankles real quick. I'm going to Suntan City. I'll be right back.
just like
Ankle
they're sitting,
special.
Like, that skin complexion like disorder or whatever, not disorder. I don't know how.
I think
what
I
is
have
it?
that.
Like where it
Where people have like,
splotches.
Yeah, yeah, I get what you're talking
I'm
about.
sorry, I don't know
Oh.
the name of it, but
Yeah.
I seen.
Splotches.
I was at the store, my buddy's kids, and then I seen they had like a Barbie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
They
that.
have
It was
like,
whoa, like,
new
just-
ones with
we're
like
including
different
everyone.
Yeah.
different.
Cleft lips and shit.
They have like ones with
Strap-ons.
hearing aids.
Hearing
ones with
aids,
like
Ed. Why do you need
like
hearing aids?
So we gotta include everybody.
Somebody, no, not for the Barbie.
Oh, it's not for the
they have
Barbie?
ones with like a prosthetic
It's for
leg.
The kid playing with the Barbie with the, you know.
You just
They-
said the Barbie has
Okay,
hearing aids.
so yeah,
to be
the
inclusive.
Barbie has hearing aids.
they don't actually work.
I know.
I'm gonna say
Hey,
that
Barbie.
my
Mom,
daughter,
the fucking hearing
my daughter
aids.
picked up one with a prosthetic leg and did not like it.
Oh. I mean, I would do like a shark episode because I used to do like my action figures like episodes and stuff.
Yeah, that'd
like,
be cool.
Yeah. That would have worked.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I would definitely need that.
It would have
But,
made
like,
more
hey,
sense in your
like,
imagination.
If you give all those type of toys to your child to like be nice and like
Include. Yeah.
then when they see a normal person, the kids be like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It's all right. I'll take it off.
Right, yeah. I've played with you before.
I don't
Oh,
know.
no.
Something to think about.
Something to think about. What else do we got to think about? Any
We got an
small
election
topics?
coming up.
Oh, we do. Wait, what type of election?
I don't know.
Midterm.
Is it like
Midterm?
midterm? What does that even mean?
I think it's like if you like, kind of like a. Never mind. I don't know.
If like you qualify, you're able to. It's like a playoffs, right? Kind of
It's like to see. It's like to see. Like
like who's in the
who's out here really fucking.
yeah,
You know
who's
what
out
I
here
mean?
really doing the
Who's
deal.
out here doing the dirty?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get to see our lineup. You know what I mean? Like who's our top five?
We just drafted our fantasy team. I got Joe Biden starting at quarterback.
Oh, Sleepy Joe at court.
Imagine his ass dropping back and
forgetting which call. All right, on.
He might
On
end up
three.
doing well because like
Sir, we're
some
on
defenses
Like,
see he's setting up a certain way and he just does a complete opposite thing. There is an advantage.
He said there is an advantage with
So what
dementia.
sport would he be good at? Can we try to break that down?
I could see him being a golf player
just throw him on a horse, bro.
or a horse
just
jockey.
let him.
Oh.
He's a fucking jockey.
Like a bull rider.
If he got really fast, I can see
Tennis.
him doing like the little
Javelin.
javelin thing. So his body would just fling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That thing would
yeah.
go freeze.
He's very limp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
imagine him doing the hurdles. He misses the first one.
Disqualified.
Disqualified.
All right, swim.
They probably put him up at the podium though, regardless. So
He's
we won't-
all right.
We won't go there.
If he was I would say back in his day, he probably played tennis a little bit.
Yeah.
He looks like he could play a little bit of tennis.
Maybe back in the days.
When he
His
was
knees,
our
man.
age, knees were a little more real.
So-
Yeah. Play a
So,
little bit of tennis.
Couple knee replacements.
Speaking of election, Herschel Walker is actually running.
He's running. Yeah, I just heard about that.
What is
That's
that?
really cool.
Like,
Someone's got to break that down for me.
He's
He's
a
a football player.
running back at Georgia.
Okay.
Heisman Trophy winner, I think.
One of like greatest running backs of all time.
Beast.
And he is running
For office in one of the states.
Like Senate?
Is he running for Senate or governor?
Gotcha.
Senate,
Senate?
and I want to say
Pull that up, Jamie.
Georgia. Georgia.
Jamie Vince.
Something.
Georgia
U.S. Senator.
candidate for U.S. Senator.
Where?
Republican Party.
Oh, he's a libertarian too. I like that.
There's a bunch of scandals with him right now.
Well, obviously, yeah. As soon as now we hate him.
Right, they're gonna.
Georgia.
But
Dude,
that's
he
that's,
fumbled the ball a lot. He can't run.
Yeah,
the
you
state
lost me.
correctly.
Yeah, when he's
$200
gonna debate, someone's gonna bring up his football career
I know.
and gonna be like, let's really take a look at how he can control.
You want to know
A
how
nation.
he was? Watch the 30 for 30, Herschel Walker.
Maybe we watched that on vacation.
Yeah, at
I've never
Out
seen
of the
that.
cabin.
I've never seen it either.
It was good. It's so badass.
Shit,
It's
maybe
badass.
that's what set him up for,
something like this.
something like this.
You
Some
got some
new
more
people
crazy
saw the light.
circle.
Like,
Yeah. I
It
think
had to have been.
he used to get bullied or something as a kid, and used to race the trains in his neighborhood when
He'd be
was
at
like
home
a
doing
kid.
push-ups and sit-ups and shit
Right.
like that.
So he
Yeah,
got
just
bullied
ripped.
because he raced the trains, or
Probably too.
I mean, anyone racing trains, it's like, brother, you're gonna lose.
Outrun this.
come on, Herschel. But it paid off.
Yeah, paid off. And
He
he
got a lot of touchdowns.
touchdowns, and now he's being able to further his life and try to do good. I'm all about libertarian. I'm a libertarian.
What do you
I agree.
mean by that?
So libertarian is basically just it's a little bit of both. Okay, I am conservative in the fact of like guns.
Your basic rights that
Basic
were
rights.
already written. that
my
you wanna
my
keep.
freedom of speech,
Yeah.
the right to bear arms. This whole fucking COVID shit with traveling, all that shit. I'm red. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's go to the left. Let's go to the blue, the liberals. They also have some more
Democrats?
Democrats.
Drug reform.
Drug reform. They're different type of. They do have some. Their core, when you look at it on the image, most people think it's like more government, more government, more government. But what I do like about it is, okay, some of it is more government in the sense of we can change certain laws that just need to be changed. Like Joe Biden said he was going to, decriminalize marijuana his first 100 days. He didn't do that. That's what I like about the left. The way that they look at certain problems, it's a little more open for different solutions. That's
Yeah.
what I like about the left. But there's problems on both sides. So
Yeah.
that's when I come into the middle and say libertarian, or there's another one where it's like individual.
What takes me away from that left is basically that party and those types of people saying like, hey, we'll give you certain things.
Yeah.
We'll give you certain things.
It's almost like a winning someone over.
but
A bribe.
that's
But-
the
So what
that's
you're
the
saying.
name of the game. But
this is how you're going to
there's
have
so
to live.
many things that they want to take.
In
And that's
order
why
to give.
I almost feel like I'm over on the other side,
yeah.
but I can't be because of things like that, like the marijuana thing, like not just that itself, but like just that mindset of like we can have
We're
these
so
things.
dead set and we'll
Yeah.
never
I
change
don't
our
wanna be-
ways. It's 2022.
I don't want to be dead set. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I want to evolve like
We need to.
with the people that we're living with around us. I want to
Yes.
like take it to another level, make things easier. But that's the thing is, I don't think we'll ever have that in our lifetime where we just see this like
Perfect in between,
this
middle.
like going down the road. We always got to stop here. We got to stop there. We got to go backwards.
we got to
It's-
get out, on a fucking rest stop and do nothing for 8 years. Like,
I think that's what's wrong with a lot of people with
you know what it has to do with? Age.
age.
Why? What is up with just
Can you
this
imagine
older
being?
generation determining how we live
Can you
our
imagine
fucking
being in
lives?
high school right now?
Oh, it would be insane right now. It would be insane.
Really imagine being in high school right
And
now.
we've only been out of high school, all of us basically collectively. You graduated in 2013,
14.
14.
Yeah.
So we've
That's only
all
a year before,
7
before
years.
us. Yeah.
We've been out 7 years, and look at what has changed. Think about it. I have a son. You have a son. Second grade, first grade. We don't know if it's going to be masked this day. You can't have your fucking left arm this way today.
Yeah, you gotta check
you can't bring this in because the way it affects these people. Oh, but it's like, damn, we're living on the edge at all times.
Back in the day, our parents used to send us to school and go to work, and
Yeah.
we'd get off the bus and we'd be home alone,
Yeah.
bro. We
Yeah.
wouldn't have shit to worry about.
Mm.
We had like a financial stability as a country, and we don't fucking have that.
we don't have
anymore.
that. And it's
And they're sitting
Getting
here
worse.
telling us that we have that. You got Joe Biden sitting there eating a fucking ice cream cone in a parlor telling you that our economy is strong.
I know, bro. That's
What
what,
are
I
you
don't get. That's really what I don't get. You get the
What are
people
you talking about?
saying, that are up top, and it's really just to, to make people feel comfortable. that don't know enough to
This
where
isn't
we can.
even political to
Yeah.
me. This is just a matter of common sense. Like, take a step back and look at the progress that we made. Even if you didn't like Donald Trump, or if you weren't Republican, if you didn't believe in any of that,
Mhm.
think about the progress that we made with our economy alone. Don't think about anything else, because that's what's hurting most people. It stems from other things. If you don't have a strong economy, you don't have strong people.
And
People go
Weak
crazy.
people will cause problems. Racism. It'll cause
It starts a whole
stereotypical
bunch
crime.
of fights.
crime. Yeah.
Crime, drug use,
Drug abuse.
It amps everything up, and it makes people be against each other, because you think, all right, so if the government, I can't trust my government, why would I trust you? Why would I trust you?
You trust the government? Well, I can't trust you because I don't trust the government.
And that's why I think that until we like really get sick of it as a whole fucking nation, and I think it's starting, and it has nothing to do with like being against Democratic parties. There are a lot of good people that
Are Democrats.
Yes. Don't get me wrong.
A lot of great
I'm not
people
saying
who
that
are
at all.
Republicans.
But there are a bunch of people that are getting tired of fucking struggling when they're putting in work. They're trying to provide for their family. And you got the government out here like, hey, we're going to send a bunch of money to Ukraine and get involved in a war because
Trillions
they
of
want to
dollars.
keep it going.
Yeah. Well, because that's how the
what this is
government makes their money.
That's
Yeah.
what this is all about.
Yeah. Yeah. The government makes their
They
money.
want to keep a war going.
Yeah.
Because what's a war not going? It's less money.
Peace.
There's so many greedy
Let's
people in the
fight this
world,
war so we can get peace, even though.
but it ramps up the military industrial complex.
Exactly.
It ramps, like I said, everything ramps up. Like good or bad, it all ramps up when you're trying to destroy our economy from within and make us dependent on like a one world thing.
I'm sick of fucking paying $4 a gallon for gas.
I am
Sick
too.
of it, man.
I'm sick of it.
4 is lightweight compared to what we just went through too. Like it's crazy,
Yeah,
but still,
$7 a gallon.
Yeah.
it was
Cali?
like- yeah.
I think it was even more at one point.
think
bro.
so?
It's like 8 or 9.
8 or 9. I swear to God, Bronson one time said like damn near 10.
What the fuck?
I would honestly get.
Bro, I used to buy
Upset
a gram
at
of
the
weed
pump.
for $10. And, like, I think that was a lot. I can't get on the road with $10.
Hell no, you ain't going nowhere. You can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I spend $10 a day just getting to work. $10-15 a day, going up to Lafayette and back.
Yeah.
Fucking
Then you want to eat?
yeah.
like-
There's
You know what I
another
mean?
10, 15, 20.
And I feel like, I don't know if it's me personally, but during this whole thing, since all this shit started, I've had this urge to spend money.
Oh me, yeah.
It's like a thing against myself.
it's
yeah.
it's reverse psychology if you think about it.
Like I'm kicking
Who's
my
doing
own
this
ass.
and
I'm
it's
like,
me
you,
back there?
Yeah.
this is your fault. I'm like, what?
It's
But,
reverse
like, I keep
psychology.
spending.
Yeah.
But
It's-
I'm doing
it's-
it on purpose almost. It's like I want to still spend to show them like, you know,
I'm
like,
still
fuck.
able. I'm gonna live my life. You're not gonna tell me that I have to sit home and not
I've
experience
always
life.
adjusted to the like pay pyramid. Like I've always adjusted to like my means regardless before all this shit happened. So you're like put me in a little situation again. I'm gonna keep spending.
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks is like that's the culture we live in as well. Is like we're just supposed to spend a bunch of money immediately when we get it now.
Well, that's what they told us, bro. They
There's
gave
always
us a bunch of
something new.
money.
There's always something
They
new.
gave us a bunch of money and said, "Hey, this is how the economy will get better. Go spend all that money we gave you." But I kind of want to save it
Hey,
for
get your
something
get your
bad.
stimulus check, and we know you have to spend it.
Right.
And that's what they told us.
It's not going to be saved.
They literally told us spend this money in order for our economy to jump back. We need more money in the economy because of the lack of spending, because of the pandemic, which is causing people to, because we told you to stay home and not do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but hey, here's 2,000, 3,000,
Online
4,000.
shopping.
Now
Hit
start
But
buying
think
some
about
shit.
this. Did you guys start this podcast before or after the pandemic hit?
During.
right
during.
after it.
It was
right after it
exactly.
happened.
There
Yeah.
are good things that come out of
Oh,
shit
yeah,
like this. And I
yeah.
was telling you about this when we were driving. Like, it made me sit there and, like, if I felt like I had a room, just a tiny room, and there was just a mirror. And I had to just look at myself and be like, what am I doing? It magnified everything.
You could
that I
look at
was
the
doing.
wall. You could look at the wall. You could close your eyes. you could do so many things, but
But
at
it
one
pushes you
point,
to the edge,
gotta
and you
put-
have to get answers. And
you
I was
gotta
like,
look at the mirror.
I had to ask myself shit. I'm like, are you a fucking loser?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I am. I was like, right now, I am a fucking loser, and I got to do something about it. And then there's other people that are like, okay, this is an opportunity to fuck off even more.
This is opportunity to have an excuse, and not an excuse in the sense of something that's not valid, because the pandemic's huge. It's huge. It's not our fault. We didn't make it huge.
But if you're not trying
Yeah.
for yourself, if you're not trying to make your situation better during a time like this, you're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you have to get ahead right now because everybody's behind.
Or at least don't let it put you behind so much that once it does have that, opening light, because I feel like we're there-ish, you know what I mean, with this whole COVID shit.
We're getting
I think
there.
we're there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's that one movie with Denzel Washington where he's the flight?
Flight?
Is it called Flight?
Yeah.
Flight.
Remember, he's like take it off autopilot. And they're telling him to like drive around the storm, and he's like, no, he's fucking drunk. Like he just
Yeah.
got drunk, and he's going through this
It's the
fucking storm.
Whole movie, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the whole movie. It's fucked up. He's going through the storm, and they're all his flight, his co-pilot is like kind of new. He's freaking the fuck out. You're
Don't
seeing all
worry.
these
Don't
gauges.
worry.
Don't worry. He said there's gonna be, and then boom, we're over the storm. Now we're at that 30,000 feet. We're good now. He said, I was drunk during that flight. He said, Your Honor, I'm drunk right now. He said, I'm drunk right now.
Denzel has so much fun acting.
His real name is Denzel.
Denzel?
Yeah.
Denzel
Denzel
I guess
Washington.
that's how it's spelled. Denzel
Curry?
Denzel Curry.
I fucking love Denzel.
Denzel.
You sure?
I
Have you seen
promise
his
you.
new visuals?
Denzel Washington. Denzel.
He's got a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but he's got probably 4 or 5 new music videos from that album. And they're all like,
is that song Walking?
yeah, Walking.
He
And
said
then
that
they're
song, Walking.
There's another one right after that one, X-Wing.
Oh, okay.
He has a really dope video to that one too.
His visuals have always been super cool. Very
Yeah.
like light and dark almost. Like
They're
yin and
anime.
yang.
They're anime.
Yeah. Anime's always like that too.
Yep.
So you had some topics.
Just yeah. Okay.
I know we had that big topic, but I think you said you had some other smaller ones too.
Oh yeah. So Yu-Gi-Oh's creator died trying to save people from drowning.
I
Wow.
heard about
Let's
that.
say who was all into Yu-Gi-Oh? Hands up.
I mean, not like heavily,
Die
but you know what I
hard,
mean.
yeah.
But like you had your Yu-Gi-Oh cards and you watched the
Blue
cartoon
Eyes White
and stuff
Dragon.
like
I
that.
had a dual disc.
Oh shoot!
I had a dual disc too.
I would rush off of the bus to watch it on Channel 4 on
Oh, yeah.
cable. And like,
Is that Warner
The
Brothers?
WB.
Yeah, it was Warner Brothers. Hey, they came out with
W.
heat.
WB.
Warner Brothers knows what they're
Bro.
doing, bro.
Yeah, they do.
dude,
They've always had.
that
That's
is,
some good
I
content.
was legitimately like in that show. Like I
You
was like,
feel
I'm
like
there.
it. Yeah.
I was like,
Did your parents fuck with it or no? My parents did not really like the vibe of that show.
Really?
I don't think my parents liked it personally, but my cousins I was really close with growing up, they
Yeah.
were into fucking Pokemon, and my parents hated that shit. They were like, "You're not playing Pokemon."
Well, I'm saying
bro."
these things like these shows that like Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Digimon.
Digimon.
Digimon, yeah.
They all like a
Yeah.
lot of my parents at one time. My mom, when she was married to one of my fucking stepdads, like she.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know
Jay's
why.
bitch ass. He tried to convince
Shout
her
out.
that like that shit was like demonic. So that's
I've
what I
heard
mean. Like,
people
as
like
your
that,
like, did your parents?
Demonizing things that get on his nerves.
I
'cause
mean,
he's
basically, angry stepdad. Look at these.
The
look
boy's
at this
got a
dude.
problem.
Yeah, look at this dude laying down these cards, casting spells. His hair is too
they're
sharp.
not tarot
You know
cards,
what
you
I mean?
fucking asshole.
Like it's, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're not doing some fucking chakra fucking.
Did you get in the stage whenever you would actually like battle with the cards?
Yeah,
like,
I
you're
battled.
playing cards and stuff.
battled.
I didn't really know the rules
No
technically.
one really
I made up my
knows
own. I
the
was like, I
rules.
fucking beat you because this one's ranked higher than yours.
But then it's like, wait, but I had this this like spell on this card that
I had a
actually
fucking trap
made it
card.
better, and it's like
Yeah.
that actually
I had a
made
fucking
it
trap card.
better, and it's
Yeah,
like
you know what's hilarious? Like second grade, all right. I remember this vividly. Like I can see the classroom now. So like I go back to my little cubby, right?
I love
Before
those.
I lived on
cubbies.
like the south side, and before I went to Brownsburg, even. So I was like already hooked on this shit when I was younger. Yu-Gi-Oh.
He was
It's the
cubbed
only
up.
one, and this kid Alex, ugly motherfucker. This motherfucker stole my Yu-Gi-Oh deck out of my coat,
Bro.
It's wild
In
at stealing in second grade.
That's what I was
and
about to
I
say.
cried.
I would have cried.
And I told the teacher,
I would have told the teacher.
and he went out in the hallway and had to give me my cards. Bro,
Thank
I
you,
had
Justice.
the Dark Magician.
Thank
I
you.
had
Yeah.
2 blue-eyed dragons.
The blue-eyed
I
white
was-
dragons. Or-
Remember
Yeah,
the
blue-eyed white
time
dragon.
wizard clock?
That-
Bro,
Yeah.
Bro. Bro.
At one time you could wear the fucking pyramid.
It was
on your
just like the
chest.
aesthetically pleasing like view of like that little card.
And so
Like, I
it was
don't know
hologram.
what
It's just a tad bit. Like it had like a
like
little.
I felt like I
layer.
had like
power.
I felt like I
yeah.
had the amendments in my pocket or something. I was like,
That's how they felt when they wrote the fucking. How many are there?
bro, I'd
Egyptian
wake up,
god
I'd wake
cards.
up and
Yeah,
go
like-
eat cereal. I'm
Damn it.
fucking 6, 7 years old, and I'd have my little Yu-Gi-Oh deck sitting next to
Yep.
my cereal bowl. Bro, they would not leave my sight.
Slide
I
for the
was-
Sky Dragon.
Yeah. Oh, bro, got to.
Yeah.
Keep you
Thieving
fucking.
kids is why, like, I think I stopped even messing with that kind of stuff because every time
Yeah.
I brought them out or any time
Yeah.
I would take them and try to
Try
show
to
them
tell
off, then they
Max.
always get
Someone
I'd either
wanted
get
it.
tricked out of it or
This is-
stolen or something.
this
Like,
is
this
what's
is a good
even
card.
worse.
You rather want this or
Right.
like, oh yeah, really? I just watched 2 episodes. It's like,
Right, yeah, they made it sound like that one was really
Right.
good.
All the wild cards.
I tried
Bro.
to tell Max not to take his Pokemon cards in the bus. Like, man, you're
Yeah,
getting
you got-
stolen, man.
Someone's gonna
Someone's
fucking
gonna
somehow
jack it.
hassle
Yeah.
them off you, boy.
I know you want to show him off, but come on, man.
Yeah.
I know Carter's got he's got the binder and everything. I was like, bro, you better. First of all, I've
So I
organized it
had a few
7
binders,
times.
I think.
Yeah, the Pokemon binders where you can put the cards in it, or even the Yu-Gi-Oh binders.
do you want to hear what he did?
So he did save people.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So Kazuki dove into a riptide in hopes of bringing a woman and her 11-year-old daughter back. To
Riptides
shore.
are no joke, bro.
I just say on
Is he in Japan or something like that?
Scuba diver instructor also took. Oh, so there was other people that was there to help, but I mean, like he took into action. So Major Robert Borgu or something. He was also like one of those guys helping him, and he did end up saving both of them. But Takahashi he died a hero.
Drown. Damn.
Died a damn hero.
Takahashi Kazuki.
That's like the coolest way to die.
Dude,
Straight up a hero.
Mm.
Hero's
Trying to
death.
save a child.
and the
His
mother.
mother,
like,
helpless.
And then-
Helpless. You are giving up. You're selfless.
he saved a lot of children's lives if you think about it. You know,
Doing
some-
drugs and other things. Yeah, by
No.
no. Well, I'm
Wait,
saying
wait.
like
Oh,
was
okay. I
like
see
talking
what
about
you're
it.
saying.
Wait, huh?
I
I'm
thought
saying like
I'm
using the cards
my
to do
stupid
something.
brain
Oh,
thought
yeah.
immediately
I see,
that
yeah.
he was giving kids drugs.
he just said he was
Doing
keeping
drugs.
the drugs away from us. So
Right.
he'd pop up
He's
in the
saving
corner. Hey,
Hey, why don't we tune in on some Yu-Gi-Oh?
right. Is that crack?
It's way
Check
better.
out this
Right.
guy.
Don't try that. Put it down.
I remember specifically in 4th grade, like being in school and waiting for I was gonna go see the Yu-Gi-Oh movie that night. I'm pretty sure me and Marty went and seen it together.
I
But
don't know if I've seen the movie. I just watched the show.
We might need to all watch the movie.
the,
soon.
the show,
Yeah.
the OG show's on Netflix.
Gang.
Oh, I forgot.
I have
It
to
just
show
got
Carter.
on
You
there,
better
didn't
don't
it?
like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
have-
I
I'm gonna
know.
have to
Come
play
on,
that
it's
tonight.
Still, it's good.
You watched it. What'd you do? Leave school early?
I don't know. I remember it was raining that day.
Yeah, it was a vibe.
So what's the dude's name? Because I'm just
I know.
I've done a lot of drugs and
Um,
drank alcohol and
What is
things
it?
like that. I
Yami?
can't remember.
Huh?
Yami? That was his name? What's his first
That's
the
first
main
name?
character.
Let's
Yummy?
look it up. Let's
Sounds
look it
right.
up. Yeah. Any noise like that to me
I don't know, like,
would
bro,
sound
I
correct.
I just
Yeah,
remember
I wanna-
literally stressing on the bus. I was like, I'm not gonna get home in
right
time.
to watch it. Right.
It's Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh.
I want to get
better.
some artwork on my body, like
Yeah.
of some Yu-Gi-Oh inspired like tattoo artwork.
Yeah.
Yugi
Yugi
Yugi.
Matoi.
Muto.
Yeah.
Muto.
Yugi Moto.
Yugi.
it's more like- Yugi.
Damn,
Always very extra.
Did you guys ever play with
Who was
Well,
the-
no, go
Mighty
up,
Beans?
go up. Look. So look, Shadow
familiar.
Games. Games
Mighty-
of Darkness. my stepdad would be like, absolutely.
He got
not.
on Wikipedia and was like, "Fuck."
Remember
this.
Are you
Pegasus
kidding?
with the
Yeah.
eye? He could see the cards.
Yeah.
Remember? Who was his main? What was his main like rival's name?
Logan, did you ever play with
Forget
Mighty
his name.
Beans?
Sounds so familiar.
They were like little like.
Kaiba maybe. Oh no.
Will you
You
look
know
up,
what
will you
Mighty-
look up
Mighty
Mighty
Beans?
Beans
Yeah.
after this, dude? This is
I'm gonna
crazy.
look it over.
I had like a whole little fucking. Me and my cousin had a whole little like booklet of them.
Mighty Beans toys.
Yeah.
These like the little characters.
Oh, yeah, I had these.
those.
Yeah, I had some of
Okay.
those.
Bro, did you guys play with
Yeah,
them?
they were cool. I mean, I
Bro,
didn't
they were cool as fuck.
I didn't mess with them too much. What were you supposed to do with them? Like
Weeble
throw them
Wobbles,
at
right? Is
them
that
and
the same
shit?
thing?
I mean, they just kind of wobbled around. You just
And
collect
then-
them because they have
yeah.
different little like
Characters.
characters on them.
That's what it.
Kind of like
Funko Pops.
Exactly.
It's the
but-
same thing, but just different.
Which is
Who's
what's
that?
Really cool.
They have a Fortnite Mighty Beans. Jeez, they're
Venom.
still making shit. I guess.
That's what I'm saying. But who's buying them? Only adults.
Somebody. Yes.
Kids nowadays are not buying these,
They're
bro.
not entertained.
No. Yeah. I know a bean. No.
It's
I
like
don't
that
want it.
bean.
Don't want them no more. They indoctrinated us to wanting. So, any other small fucking topics that we wanted before we dove deep into that radioactive water?
Oh shoot! I did want to. There was like climate activists threw tomato soup at Van Gogh's sunflower masterpiece.
Saw that,
Like,
bro.
Dude,
So what does that do?
First of all, disrespectful.
it's just kind of really like it's
But,
disrespectful. But
Well, was
you're
that the
disrespecting
goal?
our Earth,
Was that the goal to just be
who,
disrespectful?
though? That's what I'm thinking. So say it again.
Bro,
Say
there's a
exactly
video.
what happened again. Say it again.
shows a video. Oh boy.
So climate activists. So like anti what we're doing right now.
We don't need emissions.
Yes,
We
you
need
know.
electric cars, and we need to do
But
better.
what did Van Gogh do?
Yeah, I
He
know.
fucking painted
dude.
pictures.
He painted great
Leave him
pictures.
alone.
That was a good picture. Look,
Oh,
we're gonna-
I saw
They
this.
glued themselves. Yeah, they glued themselves to the fucking to the wall.
Jake Shields, he used to be an MMA fighter. He trains with Nate Diaz. He always posts really funny shit on Twitter. And he posted this video here on Twitter. And he was like, you can always tell
It's
whose
a flower
parents,
too. That's the part I don't get.
you can always tell whose
Security?
parents didn't pay attention to them.
Yeah.
You do stuff like that, bro.
Here's the
If
thing,
you feel
though.
sorry for yourself, you're
No,
doing stuff
no,
like that.
I don't
That's my
think they feel
ancestor.
sorry. I don't think they feel sorry for themselves, bro. I don't think they
No,
feel
they were
sorry for
pouting.
themselves.
Like they were pouting. Like they were like
but I think they think that they're that
doing something.
this is such a. I mean, we're talking about it on a fucking podcast right now. So what they did was knowledgeable attention enough in order for people to talk. But what are we talking about now? You ruined a piece of fucking art that has been.
Now I'm sad about the Earth.
Do
and
they
sad
cover
about
the-
Van
do they
Gogh
cover
painting.
that art?
That's why I'm saying I think they might feel sorry for themselves because it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
He's a fucking great artist that you have nothing. He has never done anything
600
to
years.
anybody.
Right?
He's
Like
been
600
dead
years.
forever. You
There's
fucking
no record
asshole.
of anything he's done.
Like 700 years, I feel like, since
He
he's
might
been
have done
dead.
good deeds. He might have fucking hopped in and saved some kids in a fucking tsunami.
Right.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows? I don't know.
I know he didn't affect the fucking climate because it was too
But
old.
what did they throw out of spaghetti?
Tomato soup.
Yeah, just
Tomato soup. What if
like,
he?
like so like a rotten tomato?
Yeah,
what they would do.
what,
So
you
maybe
do
it's
that like an
What if
artist.
he didn't like tomatoes?
because there's something he did cut off his ear. I don't know if that correlates to that. But.
Nothing correlates to him, man.
Was it disgusting? Is that why they did it? Like,
Look, this is
To show just disgust in order to.
look. He painted a picture.
That was
right?
a flower
Look,
too. That was.
He's known for painting a picture, correct?
He's known for painting. a
They
picture.
tried to paint their own picture because they felt sorry for themselves. They're like, well, if he can paint pictures really good, then like, why can't I paint a picture really
But
good?
were they trying to paint the picture, or were they painting the picture of trying to change the
Like-
climate?
They're figuratively speaking.
Figuratively speaking. Right? Yeah, exactly. Very.
Like they're really
figurative.
not paint like.
no, they painted a picture and it was clear,
Clear as day.
And you know when
Clear
it
as
stood.
tomato soup.
You know when it's,
That's
Bro.
tomato soup.
first
Yeah.
of all, if you're
not
trapped,
based.
hold on. Let's let's really stop here and think about this.
They had to have gone. That's
if you're
the original,
traveling
right?
with tomato soup somewhere,
why are you traveling with tomato soup?
you are purposely traveling with tomato soup,
Unless
and you're
you
like,
don't
I'm gonna pour this on a painting.
Someone was probably like thinking that's the only thing they could
either
eat.
off medication or you need to get on medication,
there's
bro.
something that is off
You
balance.
can't be traveling with tomato soup.
They
Right.
probably acted like all they could eat was soup because like something was wrong with them. Like, oh, sorry, man.
They're like, if we can't throw it, we're gonna shit it out.
Oh, that would have been even worse.
Amen.
The dude says security.
Security. We got a 5072 tomato soup.
We have two weird individuals shitting out tomato soup.
That's a Rick and Morty
they-
fucking episode, bro.
They glue their arms.
Them alone.
Why would you glue your hand? Like,
Oh my God.
glue your glue
Just-
your. I know you can cut a shirt off, but why would you glue your hand? That could like really injure your hand. They had like the instant glue
They
shit.
obviously don't care about their own
Chemical
well-being. How are they going to
burns.
care?
Chemical burns, bro, from fucking glue.
I don't
Chemical
know.
burns.
Chemical burns.
Speaking of chemical burns, I gotta pee.
Oh, this chemical's burning.
Yeah, that's a chemical burn. We got another one before we go into the. Bring Dylan back for that
I
crazy.
plugged that in for you. It was beeping. That pin you gave me.
Fucking badass. Is the
I wanted to bring up a.
Huh. You didn't give me that one. The nicotine pin.
Oh, you had to plug it in.
bro, I haven't charged that bitch since I like got it. I was like,
I was like,
fucking, bro, I'm
got the
talking
charger?
like, doesn't that always suck whenever you like get something that's always then dead? You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's your turn to play this game. Console's
good.
dead or
It's
something
all
like.
good.
You know what I mean? It's always a laptop's about to die.
This
It's
one
dead.
won't. If I unplug
know, I
it, it'll
know.
fucking die.
Bro, I'm gonna get you a new laptop. Bro. I love how it says Dunder Mifflin too, because you remember
got it
back
like-
in the
it came
office
like
how
that.
they had to choose between a new
Oh,
printer or new chairs.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. I've seen it 8,000 times. I still can't remember which one they chose. I think they did neither of them. I think they did something else.
Well, because someone purposefully.
Like fucked. Yeah. Well, Dwight. I think Dwight wanted the new printer, or Kevin did. Hey, Kevin's been doing Kevin Malone from The Office. He's been doing a bunch of cool shit.
Really?
Like bunch of like podcast interviews, bunch of like shit that he'll explain like
Behind the scenes.
behind the
type.
scenes of like The Office. And he's been doing, I think him and like Angela and a couple others, they have a podcast and they talk about like those scenes, you know what I mean? Like what were they thinking?
Angela low-key sexy, or is that just me?
No, I'm all about
Okay.
it. Yeah, trust me. She's definitely. I think if she did it, like they made it to where, and they made Pam look, because bro, she's bad,
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
She
she's
looked good.
They
when
made her look like mediocre.
just
when she's
mediocre.
like-
Yeah. What's his face? BJ Novak. I can't remember. What is his name in The Office? Look up The Office. What do they call him?
talking about
The young one who became the youngest vice
Intern?
president. Yeah, he was the
Oh.
intern at first.
uh,
Michael said he's hot, but in a different way. Just as hot as Jan, but in a different way. But in a different way. Google The Office. It should be able to say.
it's him.
We're talking about The Office, huh?
We just went to The Office for a second.
I know nothing about it.
Ryan.
Ryan, yeah. So, where was I even going with it?
he looked good.
The podcast.
The podcast,
Oh.
yeah. I think he's been in it too, yeah. So like him, I think Mindy, couple of the other ones are like doing a bunch of like podcast things where they're explaining certain like
Is she in?
episodes and shit.
Is
Yep,
she in
that
This Is
one.
the End?
Is she
Yes,
in this?
yes. She's also in the night before.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Seth Rogen. or
Disney
whatever.
gives blood in her drink.
Yeah, she said it tastes kind of.
Like iron. She's funny, bro. I think she's funny.
She is funny.
His head is dented right there, bro. Look at his head.
He kept getting her the dude's dick pics or whatever on. They swap phones on accident. He's like, dude, I keep on getting dick pics. Or
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, I never got a dick pic before. He's like, dope dick, homie.
Gave respect.
They ended up eating him up, and it was James Franco.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they ate it. Yeah, they had to eat them. Well, not had
Is he
to.
going to
He's like,
church
we shouldn't
tripping
eat
balls?
people, bro.
Oh, that's Danny. Yeah, Danny McBride.
Is he going to church tripping balls?
Oh,
Click
yeah.
on this picture real quick. Why does his head look dented,
Bro,
bro?
leave it alone.
He looks like
And she doesn't even look real.
he's got Toby profile right now. The other dude, Toby, in this.
yeah.
Everybody shits on Toby.
Oh yeah.
Bro, but Toby's one of the funny when he puts his hand on Pam's like,
Oh yeah, he starts to
and
like her.
then
doesn't
Jim
he?
like is like, and then he leaves and he climbs the fucking fence and he fucking leaves, bro. He
He just
runs
knows the
away.
awkwardness.
He was like, that's funny, and he puts his hand on
Because he
Pam
starts
and, like,
realizing too that he actually just did that.
Yeah, and he was like, and he got up and he climbed the fucking fence and he fucking runs away. Fucking hilarious.
Oh shoot!
I'm just kidding. I don't know nothing
doesn't know
about
The
Office,
Office.
bro. I
He
don't
doesn't
watch
know
it.
enough about The Office.
No.
It's funny.
You'd like it.
No, I really have never watched an entire episode.
Well, that's
of
the
it.
thing. It's like
Because
you
to
just-
me, I see just like in passing little moments of it. I'm like,
What the heck? Yeah,
That's how I feel about like Friends. Like, I
I'll
couldn't-
never watch Friends.
Friends
Anything
was
with the
good.
laugh track,
Friends
can't
was good.
watch.
I don't know.
Uh,
Like I get too high.
Does
I
that
think
70 show have a
about
laugh track?
I think
actually
about
enjoy that
how
show.
I
like,
like the 70 show.
ridiculous the plot. It's
Oh, like it's like obviously fate to you.
yes.
But so, and I understand
and
that.
I
'cause-
get it, but I
Are you talking about The Office or
Yeah.
Friends?
Office.
No, that's the point of The Office. They are purposely doing a TV documentary in the show.
But
That's why it looks
feel
weird.
I feel like there's not enough.
It's
like
like you're
multi-cam.
mocking my intelligence even further.
Yes.
the fourth wall.
Thank you. It's-
There's two fourth walls.
There are comedy. There,
okay.
there,
You know what I'm saying?
there
That
are
is
comedy
layers.
schemes in it that I think are funny. There are things that I think are funny about it, and I'll see like memes and stuff. I'm like, that's
if you
funny.
see
Yeah.
bloopers and shit,
Little
you'll start
quotes
cracking
that
up. Yeah,
Steve Carell
Steve
said, but
Carell
like,
says,
dude,
yeah.
the supporting cast and the way that they're cast and how they look, like it's just not for me. I
Creed,
don't know.
come
Creed is so
on,
funny.
you can't be mad.
Well,
at
so
Creed.
once you start watching it consecutively, like you kind of like
Yeah.
zone in instead
Yeah,
of like
that's true.
realizing that. 'cause
Yeah, I guess if I
feel-
watch it long enough, like consecutively,
Yeah,
I
it's
probably
like
like
trying
it
to
more.
you
trap
see
in.
which characters that you like the
But like,
most
I'm
and
a
which ones you
huge
don't.
Always Sunny fan. Like,
Love
Yeah,
Always
that is
Sunny.
my show, bro.
I've not
Like,
Yeah.
had the chance to be able to watch that, and I've been. My
Bro.
mom.
I
Told
never
me
actually
I need
watched
to
all the way
watch
through.
that.
I
I've
never
seen
watched
clips
it
like you
until
saying.
we
I've seen
watched
clips
it.
and
bro, I'm
memes
telling
and
you
stuff.
right now, like
It's
from,
so fucking
from the
wild.
first season until this, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
That's why I fucking love it, and it is the best show I've ever watched in my life.
Danny DeVito when he's like hanging halfway
comedy-wise.
off the couch in his underwear and shit.
When
Like,
he falls out of
dude,
the fucking window.
Yes,
They all
and they're
started-
trying to push him.
They all started this shit on like a VHS
Yeah.
recorder, like all of them together, and then I think they
got
added
picked
Danny
up,
DeVito.
And then they got
I
picked
think.
up by like a network and shit.
So FX was like, you guys can basically do what you want,
right.
like because they were so originally.
Bro, they
funny
have a
and-
fucking podcast too where the one
Yeah.
dude is a sex doll. The whole time in the podcast, just imagine me as a sex doll.
No,
But me talking.
I don't understand.
That's the point. That's why Sunny is funny as
So
fuck.
there's this episode.
Oh,
in
it's in
Always
the show.
Sunny.
He's doing this.
No, they have
They actually have a
podcast where they do the same thing like The Office.
There's
they
this-
break down episodes.
Just to break down the humor of this show, there is an episode, and it is two of the characters in this episode. It's their moms, okay, and they live with one another, and they have set up like little secret cameras.
Oh my
in-
god, that episode was
They
so
have set
fucking
secret
funny,
little
bro.
cameras up into the house to like see what was going on because they've been like having issues or whatever.
They wanted to see
Oh my
which
gosh.
one was
So
like
then you're-
being the
which
mean
one
one.
was
So throughout
doing
the episode, like some crazy shit. Like you see some people like walking around, like, what are they going to be doing next?
So
it's
look,
like-
they're all sitting around these cameras and they're like watching, and I think it's Dennis. Yeah, Dennis.
Dennis is the one that's a
characters.
sex doll in their podcast.
Yeah, so he was like in charge of all this. He's like,
He's always in charge.
I have a great idea. You know, it'd be funny. He's like, we could add a little like
a laugh
background
track.
like
Yeah.
laugh tracks like in the background after like something happens. So like one of the grandmas is asleep and she's like
Gets like bopped on the head.
He's
They're
like-
like, oops.
she's
fly.
you want to sleep? She's like, well, I'll sleep you.
Yeah.
And like,
I had a
she'll say
night-
something
yeah.
funny and he'll put a little laugh track in there. And they're sitting there like making a fucking sitcom.
A show out of their fucking moms.
It is fucking
bro.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculous
They own a
things.
bar. Who owns the bar? Dennis?
They all run the
They
bar
run
together.
the bar, but
So-
no one's in the fucking bar too. That's what's even funnier. Like,
Right. No one's ever in the bar. It's just like a shitty bar
Shitty
in Philadelphia
bar.
that's not really
Yeah.
doing well. It's like,
so they all just sit around and just get up to shit.
there's another episode where Charlie is like,
Charlie's
he
one
has
of the
the
funniest.
health inspector coming, and for some reason, he's the only person that like gave a fuck about the health inspector coming.
Which
So-
usually he's the one that's like the most. You know
It's
what
like,
I mean?
It's like this really down to earth lady. She comes in and she's like checking everything out, and there's so much going on in the background, like ridiculous thing. He's like pushing things to the
Yeah.
side, like locking people and like behind a door to make sure they don't come out. Like,
trying to
Mess
make it
up.
look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and then one of my favorite ones is they are all at a water park, and they are all like scheming in different ways. Like Danny DeVito and Charlie Day. They're
Charlie's
like they're trying to
Horrible
skip the
Bosses,
line.
right?
Charlie Day is named
Yeah,
Charlie
Horrible-
in the actual show too. So Charlie and Danny DeVito are in a fucking line, and they're only in the lines to like skip the line. They're
Yeah.
trying to get to the front, and Danny DeVito, he's like, "I got AIDS."
Yeah, he's
he's like,
coming up with
he's like,
this
not the
shit.
gay AIDS.
Not
He's
the
like the
gay
regular
version.
AIDS. And they're like cutting kids with like cancer and stuff. It's just like
Oh,
really, it like
gosh.
pushes like a.
That
fucking
line
boundary.
of humor.
That's
yeah.
what I think is funny. Like they're not serious at
And
all.
they've never over how many seasons? Like 20, 15?
They have 15.
They
They're
haven't
working on
changed
16.
their like they've never like given in to, you know how some shows will
Yeah.
like stop with like Family
a
Guy. They
trend.
stop doing gay jokes.
Yeah.
Oh great.
They don't
Oh.
stop.
They just do exactly what they do. It's a funny show.
And I like it because like they created this show.
Yeah, it wasn't like a network that said, "Let me hire these actors."
Yes.
They literally just did what they wanted, and it turned
And
into
so Rob McElhenry and Caitlin Olsen, they're actually married in real life.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
So
She's pretty.
she's funny
and
as
then
fuck in that.
Charlie
bro.
Day and Mary Elizabeth, they're together as
Oh
well.
wow.
And in the show, she plays
Danny DeVito is the dad of
Kate and Charlie.
in the show.
Yeah.
So it's really like actually pretty well knitted. As
It's
far as,
it's not like
their
it's all
It's
over
very
the
deep.
place. It's you get to understand it, and they're all like super cohesive.
It says 2000. Yeah, original release August 4, 2005 to present.
I mean, just
Yeah.
think about
It's pretty good.
2005. bro.
162
Bro, I-
episodes. That's a lot.
Hey, it gets better every
Episode.
single season.
Episode.
And episode.
I'd say it gets better every episode.
But most of them have nothing to do with one another.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're
it's
just
one of
telling
those where
story.
like the episode has so much going on that it all comes together at the end. But you watch the next episode, it's not like they're like, "Hey, remember the last week
it's
when
just
we
like
did
a new
this?"
day.
Yeah.
They're not always
It's every day.
stories.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
kind of
Just
like
keep
Rick and
on
Morty,
going.
but real life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? How
Well-
Rick and Morty's not tied together, but
Sometimes they do.
they're doing it more.
Who's the taller bald guy with Keenan or
Key
Key and Peele?
That's Keegan Michael Key.
Keegan. All right, so he's in one of these episodes,
It's fu-
and he is like the host of like a family feud
oh my
thing,
fucking god,
Oh
that
my
one was
God.
so
Bro.
funny, bro.
and it's all them like against another like a
Oh
black
my
family.
It's a black
God.
family. It's
It's a
always a
black
black
family.
family, bro.
Bro,
It's so
it is
funny, bro.
so funny.
He's like, okay, we'll come back to you,
Yeah.
after, and they say some weird ass shit.
and they keep saying, "Show me," like,
bro, and doesn't
he's
who-
like, "You don't have to say show me." He's like, "I do that."
Charlie answered, was it Charlie who answered all the questions,
So
or
look,
was
so
it Danny who answered all the questions?
they had like all these questions up there, and like Charlie kept getting the ones that were like
literally one
2 points.
Yeah,
or 1 point
one-
or
that was
something.
1
Something
point.
weird. He's like, "Show me dragon," or just
Dragon
something stupid.
piss. Yeah.
So he's trying.
They come to
He's
find
the
out
one
at the
who
end
did-
of the thing that he was one of the guys that answered a questionnaire at like a mall to fucking like fill
for
in
the
these
fucking
questions.
show, bro.
Oh my
For the
God.
show.
It's fucking deep. It's
funny.
great.
It's a good one.
You
Everyone
guys
go out
really
there.
gotta watch that shit. You
It's
guys
always
won't be able to
sunny.
stop.
The
We'll
funny
see if
thing
they
is
got
it's
it on
never funny, or it's
Amazon.
never sunny in Philadelphia. It's
Yep.
always fucking raining and fucking
Cold.
cloudy and shit.
Yep.
That's why it's like
The
that.
name itself is like
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
a pun. It's
But
like
bro,
metaphor.
94% on Rotten Tomatoes and an 8.8 out of 10.
Rotten Tomatoes is they don't fuck around, bro.
Look at that. The about part.
Deprived, underachieving might look easy, but for the egocentric Mac, Charlie, Dennis, Frank, and D, it's an art form. Always Sunny follows the gang, the owners of the unsuccessful Patty's Pub, a group of degenerates who loves nothing more than to scheme, conspire, and mostly revel in each other's misery. Whether gaming the welfare system, exploiting dumpster babies,
Oh my
pretending to be crippled, impersonating officers, or faking funerals.
Do
The
what?
gang never stops or never stoops too low in the name of making a buck because they don't make any fucking money in the bar.
No.
So they're always out there doing
It's
shit.
genius, really.
It really is genius. And then they probably just run it through the bar.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of like
And I think that Glenn
Smuggling
Howerton,
money.
he has like the sick mind of like this show. Like he
Yeah.
pushes a lot of all of this. Like
he makes weird shit happen. Yeah.
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 he's a very awkward character, kind of creepy character.
Huh.
And
But he could be
makes
like
you laugh.
yeah,
though. It's
yeah.
hilarious. And then Caitlin Olsen, she's fucking hilarious.
Hilarious in it.
Yeah.
They needed that female.
And then you put Danny DeVito in anything.
Doesn't matter what he's doing.
Matilda.
So everyone check it out. There's Charlie's.
Charlie's
Oh,
mom, Lynn Marie Stewart.
She's like, I miss you, Charlie. He thought it was a ransom note.
That episode where these men keep coming into his house and they're like, "Is your mom upstairs?"
Yeah.
And they keep going up the stairs, and he didn't know that his mom was a
A
prostitute.
prostitute.
Oh.
Yeah. And his friends had to like tell him. He thought it was like he had like that naive child
He had
mind.
some other ridiculous thing that
Yeah.
he thought I was. I forget.
So everyone watched that show.
No.
It's so great.